So now we will start with the sixth chapter in social science, that is world after 1945, meaning after World War. What was the kind of world it was, how relations were between different countries. The pages of history are full of immemorable wars fought in ancient time and the world. So if you look at the pages of history, you will find innumerable meaning lots of wars that were fought in olden India and in the world. Yet the most destructive war which will always be remembered in the modern world is the First and the Second World War. So the most destructive, the most harmful war that was ever fought in the history were the First and the Second World Wars. The League of Nations was formed with the purpose of establishing permanent peace in the world, but due to certain limitation it failed, and in 1939 World War II broke out. So League of Nations was formed after World War I. The main aim of League of Nations was to provide peace, was to avoid war, but it failed, and because of that in the year 1939 we had the Second World War that was fought. The disturbed state of mind and the horrors of the World War II persuaded human beings to once again make efforts for peace and protection of independence. This resulted in establishment of United Nations in the year 24th October 1945. So after World War II ended, all the human beings everywhere around the world, everyone felt that it was necessary to have a body that will function to establish peace, and you had the formation of United Nations that was formed in the year 24th October 1945. Please remember this date, it's very, very important. Now the United Nations Charter. Okay, charter is like a document sort of a thing which has all the what is the main aims, what is the purpose, what are the objectives which are of United Nations. The United Charter starts with a preamble and it explains the goal of United Nations given below. Okay, so preamble is like the first page of any document. So the United Nations preamble talks about the goals which are of the United Nations. First, there is determination to save the future generation from the pangs of destructive wars. Here emphasis has been laid on responsibilities born out of international laws and mutual understanding. So the first and the main goal of the United Nations is that avoid war in future, that create a world that future generation does not have to fight wars. Okay, and your emphasis meaning stress or your importance is given to formation of international laws in such a way that no wars can be fought again. So establish such international laws in order to avoid wars being fought. Second, emphasis has been laid on developing tolerance mutually so that whole world develops socially. Here emphasis or stress or importance is made in developing tolerance એટલે accepting each other mutually meaning कि अगर I am accepting Pakistan has to accept me the way I am. So acceptance of each and every nation to be united together so that we develop socially, our society develops in a better way. Third, economic, social and cultural problems should be solved with the intervention of United Nations, and human rights as well as basic freedom should be disseminated irrespective of caste, language, gender or religion. So any economic problem, any social problem, any cultural problems which are there, solve it. Like let's say India and Pakistan are having lot of problems, right? Economic problems are there, social problems, any problems which are there within the country or between the countries, take help of United Nations. Intervention meaning taking help of the United Nations to solve the problems, especially of human rights. What are human rights? They are basic rights which every human being has, like right to live, right to education, right to worship. So all these are your human rights. Okay, so protection of all these human rights in each and every country and within the countries, and have the freedom that respect each and every language, respect each and every caste, each and every gender. Gender is what? Female and male. So respect each and every gender, religion, caste, language. Everybody has human rights. Okay, all of them have the potential of having human rights. Whether I am a male or a female, I have to have my human rights. So all this is the main, all this is in the aim or the goals of United Nations. Fourth, lastly, appeal to all nations to cooperate to achieve these objectives. So all the nations all around the world who are the part of United Nations, they should cooperate with each other in order to achieve these goals.